There are some mysteries that just stick with a town. And for one small Missouri town, it's been haunted by a single question for over 50 years. A question that started deep inside a dark, twisting cave system. Today, we're going to talk about the story of the vanished boys of Hannibal. Just listen to this. It's the one line that really haunts everyone who hears about this case. The boys had actually been exploring those same caves the day before they vanished. They came home completely covered in mud, buzzing with excitement from their adventure, and then they went right back the next day and were just gone forever. It's just wild how a story can start with a simple childhood game and end with this massive question mark that's lasted for decades. Okay, so let's go back. The date is May 10th, 1967, and we're in Hannibal, Missouri. Now, if you know anything about Hannibal, you know it's a town that's pretty much defined by its caves. These are the same caves that Mark Twain made famous, right? So for the kids growing up there, these weren't just some tourist spots. They were their playground. And right at the center of this whole thing are three friends. We've got two brothers, Joel and Billy Hogue, and their buddy, Craig Dowell. And just like, so many other kids in Hannibal, they were drawn to those caves. That call of adventure coming from the darkness was just too strong to ignore. So on that Wednesday afternoon, the three of them head out, and get this, they're armed with just a single flashlight. That's it. They walk right into this sprawling, labyrinthine cave system under their town. I'm sure it was an adventure they'd probably done before, but this time was different. They never walked out. So when the boys don't come home that night, you can just imagine the panic. And what happened next? Well, it wasn't just a search. It was an all-out mobilization. A frantic, desperate race against time that would go on to become one of the biggest search operations in the history of Missouri. 38. Just think about that number for a second. 38 days. That's how long the official ground search went on. For 38 grueling, non-stop days, hundreds of people were down there, pushing deeper and deeper into the darkness, all fueled by this desperate, fading hope that they were going to find those boys alive. So the search kicked off immediately. Day one, they're already focused on the main cave entrance. But as the days just bleed into weeks, you can feel the desperation growing. By day 10, the whole operation balloons out to include dozens of other caves, sinkholes, you name it. Then, by day 21, they're so desperate they even call in divers to start searching the nearby Mississippi River. But after those 38 days, with every single lead exhausted and absolutely no sign of the boys, the official search was suspended. And you've got to understand, this was not just a police operation. No way. This was a massive, massive effort that pulled in practically everyone. You had local and state police working right alongside the National Guard. You had legit cave rescue experts, speleologists flying in from all over the country. And on top of all that, hundreds of regular people, civilian volunteers, showing up every single day, all with the exact same goal: find those boys. Well, after the search was called off, the case went ice cold, and the years just started to pile up. Years turned into decades. The story of the lost boys, it just became this local legend. A really painful part of Hannibal's history, completely shrouded in silence and a ton of unanswered questions. But then, decades later, long after pretty much all hope had faded, something happened. A discovery deep inside that same cave system that suddenly raised this incredible, unbelievable possibility that maybe, just maybe, this mystery could finally be solved. So what was it? Well, it was found by some modern-day cave explorers. They're deep inside the system, and what did they find? A single painted arrow on a cave wall. How chilling is that? You have to wonder, right? Was this it? Was this a final, desperate message left by one of the boys, trying to point the way? Man, this discovery created this huge surge of excitement. You can imagine. Searchers were convinced this arrow was the key. It had to be pointing to a hidden passage, maybe a collapsed part of the cave, but that hope just evaporated. It turned into this crushing disappointment. Because when they explored further, they found that the arrow, it pointed directly at a solid wall of rock. It literally led nowhere. Just another heartbreaking dead end. And so here we are. The case is pretty much exactly where it was back in 1967. It's a profound, deeply unsettling cold case. A mystery that has just managed to endure for generations. So let's just recap what we actually know for sure. 3 boys walked into a cave in 1967. A massive 38-day search turned up absolutely nothing. A potential clue, decades later, turned out to be a dead end. And in all this time, we're talking over half a century, not a single piece of clothing, not a footprint, not one single shred of physical evidence has ever been found. It's like they just vanished into thin air. And that just leaves us with this final, really haunting question. After all this time, after more than 50 years of total silence, what secrets is that dark, twisting world beneath Hannibal still holding